how is a premises case like and also unlike a general car
Okay. A premises case is like a general car accident or any other personal injury case. There's two aspects to every personal injury case. There's liability and there's damages. So the damage component's the same no matter how the accident happens. You have to prove the extent of the damages and that they were caused by the whatever it is, the auto case or the premise problem that injured the person. And then you have to prove to the jury what the reasonable value of those injuries is. Premises case is different in many respects. One is uh, jurors have a really good understanding of auto cases because they drive and they're exposed to the dangers. They know that you could be rear-ended. They know that you can be in a high speed head-on accident. They understand these things, and so they have a pretty good understanding when they walk in the door for a trial as to what the issues on liability are going to be. In a premises case, that's much different. For instance, if it's a slip and fall case, and maybe somebody on the tiles on the floor outside or inside of a building, they were wet and they fell. Um, in that kind of a case, you have to get access to it. You have to the space where it happened. You have to have an expert go out there and determine test for the coefficient of friction or whatever other problems there may be that led to that accident. It may be somebody who fell in a tub at a hotel because they didn't have floor mats there. We have a case like that right now, and the guy unfortunately died from it. Uh, there's and then, for all these other cases, like if you have the ceiling falls through because it got wet and the ceiling got weakened and it came crashing down on folks and exposed them to asbestos that was in the ceiling. We had this case, and you have to find out the facts of what's involved. You have to figure out how the accident happened, and have the right experts to show um, that there was something done unreasonably or wrong that caused this accident to happen. And then you have to have, if it's something weird like asbestos exposure coming from the ceiling collapse, you have to have the experts who can deal with the asbestos exposure and those injuries. So it's very much the same. It's just that it's a whole different group of experts, a whole different group of things you have to do. The biggest problem with premises cases is to learn about them quick enough so that you can get over to inspect the area or whatever was involved in the accident before it's changed. And if you're coming in, if you're not retained there's a 2-year statute of limitations in California. And we've had cases who walk in the door a year and a half later because they've been trying to resolve it with the insurance company and couldn't do it. And a year and a half later, it's very hard to put a premises case together, even if it's conditions of the flooring. The flooring may have changed in the year and a half, or it's a year and a half older. It may be you have issues if you test it now and it's slippery. Does that mean it was slippery when the accident happened? So, same types of problems, but it's a whole different set of expertise.